when you put a group of fanboys in a room with a mic? From video games, comics, and movies to uncensored social commentary, nothing is off limits. With your hosts, Pistol Pete Jr., The Blue Guy, Chuck Ditch, G-Roll, and Player 2. This is The Real Press Start. So sit down, load up, log in, and press start.
Peter It Out Podcast. Get your headphones in and whip them Peters out, cause we are back.
Sponsored by Tide.
With your hosts, Pistol Pete Jr., Chuck Didge, and Jeezy Weezy, aka Soft Figs. Minifigs. And guest on the show.
Returning guest star.
Returning guest.
The Gweedster, a.k.a. Mc Flurry.
Who's that?
That's you.
You gotta say
with Jeezy Wee's special ability, he absorbs all AKAs. So his AKA is now McFlurry as well.
It's the Gweedster,
The Gweedster.
a.k.a. Mc Flurry. You gotta say the whole thing.
Contractually obligated.
That's the only way I agreed to do the show.
I
will walk out. I will walk out right now.
Actually, a walkout is in my obligations due to the contract. You just let me know.
Yeah, so we had the idea that the podcast should be named the Petering Out Podcast.
Yes.
We thought it was just a way better name.
I still call it the Real Press
But
Start.
he
keeps
feels
resisting
the Real
it.
Press Start.
And he goes in heads and slaps the old school intro on top of our beautiful intro that we just did.
Yes.
Petering out.
Petering out, yes.
Petering Out Podcast. P.O.P. Pop pop. P.O.P. Pop.
Pa, pa, pa.
It's beautiful. It's perfect name for a podcast.
Oh, that does
His
sound like
name's
you're petering out.
Pop. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
It's because that's how the show always ends too. We just peter out. We're not a
Slowly
shit.
peter out.
usually that's where my show begins, and then I just apologize and distract after that. Sandwich. What's your butter bread?
Do we have topics?
I do have topics.
It's just about PlayStation 5
It's
and Xbox. Scarlet.
mainly about PlayStation 5. I have tons of shit about PlayStation 5. I don't know if you want that news first or do you want the Robert Downey Jr. news first.
We'll go PlayStation. From the specs that I've seen, honestly, the Xbox is kind of looking a little nicer.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there's only one thing.
From the confirmed specs that I've seen.
The only confirmed. No, well, it hasn't been confirmed on
Just a
PlayStation
little
sites.
bit nicer.
But what I see, they're basically the same. The only thing that's different to me is backwards compatibility.
Yeah. That's huge, though.
But that's
is
only
huge.
rumored at the
Because
moment.
it's Xbox One. No,
Well,
I think they confirmed it.
They finally.
Like,
I think
PlayStation-
I saw a
PlayStation-
thing where it was like confirmed what's confirmed, like specs.
Okay.
And,
That's
and
the only
it said
thing that made me
PlayStation
moist.
was only PS
Honestly.
PS4, I think.
It's the PS moist is
or
what
PS2 or
it is.
PS4, I think.
Yeah.
I don't even know if PS2. It might just be the PS4.
But
Yeah,
but
I think it's just PS4, PS5.
It's just PS4 and PS5 for now.
Yeah.
What they're saying is not all games are going to be compatible at launch.
Oh,
but they're going to.
Okay.
Extend the library.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hopefully at least PS2 gets on.
But that's what Xbox did too. Xbox, when they added backwards compatibility, not every game, and like literally every month it was like, okay, these games are now compatible.
That still might be the case, and then they might just be like one or two games as far as Xbox One,
Mm-hmm.
and then, but they're just have one or two on there just to say that they could
That
go.
hook.
Yeah, just to say they could go. This goes all the way back to Xbox One. You have Halo. You have the first Halo.
Yeah.
And that's why that's basically it. Just Halo and like Forza.
Gears 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And
Now,
then-
Gears came out on the Xbox 360, right? I think it was a launch title. I think.
yeah, for 360, yeah. And then
or whatever Xbox 2 or
The-
what's Xbox?
So they had 4 Gears on
on
Xbox 360?
What's the
so,
second?
They had like
Xbox?
one after another or what?
Yeah.
Is the second Xbox 360?
Yeah. It was
Okay,
Xbox 360 and Xbox One.
Okay,
Which
yeah,
is so
I think
fucking
they
weird. And then the Xbox One X.
The next one is Xbox
Scarlet. So
But
still
they don't-
codename Scarlet.
Yeah, they're.
Test it.
Yeah.
What? How come they didn't call like the last Xbox like AAA?
The Xbox Triple X. The triple X.
They have the worst
Xbox
marketing.
720.
What was the new one then we have a good name for the Xbox? The X-Bone? No, what was the new one?
The Xbox, what we started
It's
talking
what
about
everyone's
Xbox One.
talking
Yeah.
No, but we had like a perfect name for it.
Yeah, we
came up with
did.
a good name for it. I was like, why didn't they call it?
Let's look at the tape.
I know, we have to go back to this in other episodes.
Oh, dude, that's such a big archive.
I know. Dude, it's like 5 years that we've been doing the show.
You sent us a text about us talking about.
My wife listened. She said you should go on.
About how you wipe your ass.
Yeah.
It's like we have that conversation like every year at least
At
on this
least.
podcast.
No, that
We rehash
episode
it.
wasn't
Welcome
long
to the
ago.
anniversary.
No, that was
Yeah,
That was
we
like the
rehashed
beginning
that
of the year.
conversation.
Like,
You know
Yeah.
what? Some conversations need to be
had.
Unfortunately.
But
yeah, we came to the conclusions that girls had a wife.
I go from
Front
the
to
front.
back.
Front to
I go
back,
between my balls in the front.
Just
Because-
to spice them up, right?
Well, but that's just I don't know. I thought that's how you do
Yeah,
it.
that's you just
That's
go.
how I
on
was
this
taught
way.
by
That's
my-
always the easiest way. It's
Well, because I thought that's how you do it. Because the way the bowl's shaped, it has a little area for you to put your arm through, right? It doesn't have an area.
There are
for
round bowls.
But like it's
rather than
oval.
the long bowls.
they're more,
Yeah, but they're usually oval for where there's like an area right here.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's no area for
And
you
if
to
you go
reach
to a
behind.
public bathroom, that whole
lot of
spot is
people-
just gone.
Yeah.
Would,
Which is weird. I never.
I think that's more so you could piss in it. So you
would that not
less likely to
defeat
piss
the
on the
purpose
seat.
for, say, your
But-
lover? You're a woman who avoids wiping towards the front,
Yeah, but you
but
can
then
still
have your shitty balls.
you can still go.
Well, because it's
you
the
can
back
still
of
go
the ball.
down.
It's not like you go all the way to the front.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah, you stop before you get there. You don't fucking
Yeah.
wipe
Oh, no,
into
it's like in the
balls.
grundle.
Oh no! If I'm close, I'm saying hello.
It's like an
I'm
arc.
not-
You're just gonna wipe
It's
it.
a- You go in an
Just wiping
arcing.
all the way to the balls.
It's an arcing motion.
Yeah.
You release before you get to the
You,
ball.
you get to just the end of the tape. You get to just
Yeah.
There's a cul-de-sac. I know Google Maps says it goes straight through, but it actually there's a wall and a cul-de-sac.
Yes, yes.
You just flip.
There's
bitch,
a creek.
and come back.
You stop at the tip of the tank and you're good.
That's
See,
why I thought the bullshit.
some conversations need to be rehashed. Welcome to the.
But there was a
anniversary,
video. There's a
fellas.
viral video going on recently where they're in like a Chinese school.
I just
You saw that one,
with
right?
the
Where they had the
balloons.
balloons. They have the balloons
Two
behind
little
on a
balloons.
chair on a little chair,
Mhm.
and they're teaching the kids how to wipe their butt, and she's going like this in between the two little balloons from behind.
Really?
Yeah.
And most importantly,
okay,
she
but,
brings
yeah.
it out. She folds it, goes back for a secondary wipe for all the kids to see. Brings it
Yeah,
out,
folds it.
refolds it.
Yeah.
Oh shit! She
Comes
goes for a
back for a
third
third
time.
wipe.
Yeah.
I never go more than a double personally.
She had like a Charmin thick.
Yeah, that thing was a bigger
It's like a
than
Charmin.
say like a strip of
Oh,
5.
See, yeah, I usually go 4 to
That
5.
shit was no Scott thing.
Yeah, I usually go.
Scott, I go 4.
No, yeah, no. With Scott, you gotta go like the whole roll.
I go. The first one I go 4, and then I cut it down to like 2 or 3.
Okay, yeah.
After
yeah.
the first one,
I usually go 4 and then fold. But I don't do the third. I don't do the third time.
No, yeah,
That's getting too.
You only do it so like
Yeah, again, that thing
even
was
if you have
like a
residue
square.
down there, you're just
Well,
gonna leave
then
it.
I
Like,
grab,
fuck
no,
it.
then I grab 4 more.
All right,
you grab a new roll.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
talking about
grab a new-
squares. You're talking about okay.
Yeah,
I thought you were saying how many times we wipe. I'm like,
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
wipe
So
twice.
I get 4 squares, and then I fold that in half. I wipe, fold that in
Okay.
half, and wipe again.
I thought you were saying you never
4
wipe more than twice. So
4
like,
squares
Never
and
mind,
7
my-
smears ago.
What that?
4 squares and 7 smears.
Dude, my personal worst thing I hate is when you take a shit, you wipe your ass, and there's shit on the paper, you wipe your ass. You just sit there like you're like
Yeah, you need a bidet at that point.
yeah,
I wanna
that
get
was
a-
like okay.
I
Yeah.
switched my tush.
I want to get a bidet. so
Dude,
I
have
can
you
scrape my
seen
ass.
those Japanese toilet seats that have the bidet built in?
Yeah.
They sell like you can buy toilet seats that
Yeah.
have like a little tube. You install it and like you hit a button and like the tube beep, it sprays and it goes back in.
Couple, I'd say 2, maybe 3 years ago, Heidi and Frank did a promotion for squatty potties. Yeah, fuck them, but this story
That fool steals my jokes all the time.
Did you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, they steal our shit.
Fool's always stealing shit that I say. Me specifically.
But actually, they give Heidi his jokes.
I listen daily, so I'm gonna start going back and start marking shit
Yeah,
down.
right.
On this event.
Well, Florida.
Yeah, that one.
That you
Yeah,
were
but I don't-
they
Yeah.
legit stole that from.
No, Florida.
Yeah.
I don't.
We were doing
Other shows are doing that though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
but it's just the like he took shit from us like word for word.
Word for word. No, there was literally like where they quoted us.
Yeah, because even what should we call it? Love Line with
Dr. Drew and
but with that, it was Dr. Drew, but at that time it was with David Allen Greer, and they would do some Florida thing too. And that was like years before that too. So it was a concept, but after communication and for all of a sudden, because that did come out of nowhere.
Yeah, and it was like literally, it was like a month after we started doing it. They started doing it. Like, what the fuck?
So there's some stuff like that. But anyway,
they were
I'm asleep. My wife's off. She's off to work early. She's listening to the show. She hits me up. She's like, "Hey, they're doing this promotion for Squatty Potty. You gotta send in your best Squatty Potty face, and you can win something." I'm like, "Gotcha." But I always wanted that thing because I'm like, I want to have my.
You have one, right?
No.
You don't.
Oh yeah, Sony does. Sony uses it.
Right, and
I can't use it. It's too.
I don't use it
high.
often, but there's times where I'm like, I need to.
You need the extra
Bring
leverage.
that out, and it's like there goes that unicorn smooth, right? But anyway, so I'm like, yeah, you could win a Squatty Potty or some shit. Cool. Fast forward to like an hour and a half in the restroom trying to take this perfect picture, but it was like art. All right, like I took it. There was stuff going on. When I'll show you, you'll see. And then contrast a little bit, get the colors quite right. Sent that shit in. Cool. Come to be listening one morning and they call my name out for the grand Squatty Potty prize. A bunch of products, the sprays, the Squatty Potty, a wonderful, beautiful shirt that says "I pooped today."
Nice.
Proudly sport that, and $1,000 grand prize. Yeah, boy.
That's fucking awesome.
You got all that?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I had to go down, pick it up to the station and shit, and just fucking go cash.
Oh, you still haven't got it? That's funny.
No, yeah, that was a couple of years back, so I already picked that up, and
yeah.
that was all good to go. It was like,
It's dope.
When you go to the station there, it looks like it's not what you expect.
oh no,
It's like a tiny little parking lot, and the building looks so old.
yeah, it's almost, they
Yeah.
just recently moved. I don't know to where, but yeah, that little thing.
Yeah,
I'm in there, and
But like they got that giant
Right.
fucking tower in the back, the radio tower. But the building itself is like a little shack. It's like this is it?
That's funny.
a little shit.
Yeah, I've
I'm
been
like
there-
the
I've been there a
security
couple
guard looked like too fancy for this.
Yeah, right?
I'm like, man, why is your shirt tucked in? Have you looked this up?
You see what I mean? Like shit.
This place doesn't even have his shirt.
Fucking, yeah.
What was that?
Wait, so how we determine how everyone wipes now?
I think it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, so one of the things
I
I
guess
got
that's
in that
not-
package
As long as you're not
was,
like going
that
As
out
long
to your
as-
cheeks.
that
Which doesn't matter if you
that
wipe in
attachment
front
for the
or back.
toilet that you
As
attach
long
to
as
the
you wipe.
water coming out,
Oh, okay.
and you just press
Because
the
it'll do
little,
just sad.
adjust the
And you
the amount of water and the angle, and she got nice. So I've been
No, that's fun. So you
crystal
actually got,
clean for like 3 years.
that's awesome. So they gave you a fucking, but that's fun. See,
Yeah.
I want to get one of those.
You got the
What's in
tushy. You want the tushy?
Yeah, the,
That's fucking sweet. See, I need to get me one of those.
You should get a bidet.
Yeah, those things. Yeah, I want to get a full on Japanese.
yeah,
one.
you might as well. Like
If
honestly,
you want a
those
full on
things are
Japanese,
great.
so it's just a hole on the floor and you squat down.
You haven't seen
If you
that?
really want to go, if you really want to party with me,
That's the name of the episode.
Is that in Japan? I
Potty
thought that was
with
like
a
China.
T-O-T.
if you really want to party with me,
Look at this is the Japanese toilet right here. This isn't even like a.
What?
It's like a little robotic fucking.
is that the
Oh, it's
total
just
or another
squirting
brand?
Yeah, there's a little robot that lives in the toilet and then just like wipes your ass for you.
Yeah, it has a little
Nobody
control.
knows.
Yeah, like a little
There's a
control.
remote
Yeah,
controller.
it has a little. Yeah, it's got a little remote on the side.
You could adjust
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it's just.
the front. And...
You can line it up to your asshole or what?
Yeah, you like.
But see, that thing feels
And then
like,
you
you
adjust,
know,
yeah, like you said, you adjust the angle, the water pressure.
But
like,
those have like temperature.
yeah, like
and
you can
that
adjust the
stuff,
temperature.
too.
It's got
yeah,
like
it's warm,
pulse,
so it's not
pulse
too cold on your
features.
ass.
and-
Oh,
You don't get
that
cold.
should wake
splash.
you up.
Yeah. Yeah, huh, in the morning, in a winter morning, that fucking cold splash.
Yeah, no.
Jeez.
Feel good.
Feel good.
Frozen
That's
spirit
refreshing.
through the sphinx.
That'll wake you up.
Yeah.
It's like a
Fucking cup of coffee.
Should be on some Starbucks. And then they even have lights in the bowl.
Right on.
Yeah, like Japanese toilets are no fucking joke. They're like, they keep that shit.
Yeah, at night when you have the shit or something and you don't want to turn on the light to fuck with your night vision.
Well, you know they sell. There's like I see on TV they have toilet bowl lights.
Yeah, those little lights. I
When
like
you wipe
that.
at
With the
night.
party in the bowl.
Yeah.
When you wipe at night, do you just like feel it? You just feel it out and you're like, that feels dry now.
No, I usually have the light on.
Yeah, usually. Like,
I don't turn
poop
the
in
light
dark.
on at night. Like when
I'm
I
afraid
wake
to
up.
poop in the dark.
Because I wake up like sometimes at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning
Yeah.
and I have to shit. It's usually because I have to shit. So I go shit and I'm like, I'm not going to turn on the light and fuck with my eyes. I'm going to be here with my eyes
Yeah,
on.
then you
Shit in the dark.
Yeah, it'll wake
fuck
you
with my
up.
sleep.
Yeah,
I just
it
want to
wakes
go
you
back to
up.
sleep
Yeah.
right after, yeah.
That's true.
So I just, like when I feel it's dry.
You just wing it.
It's like a blind. I imagine that's how
That's
blind
what I'm
people
saying. That's
do
how
it.
blind people
You
have to
do
it.
the best wipe you
They
can.
just smell it. You gotta smell the fucking.
Sure, you can do that. There's that. But at least you wipe till you're pretty sure.
Bro.
And then the doorbell rings.
I got to sign that's my phone.
That's our sponsor.
That's a, yeah.
Tide ring. That's the Tide
That's
ring.
a Tide ring.
Buy Tide. Every 500 pod is on it.
Every time it rings.
Then
Every
you
time it
just
rings
get
at
like
500 pods.
2-3 sheets, do a quick fold, tuck between, just to make sure.
Tide pods.
Yeah, you just put a Tide
You get
Pod
those
in there.
Peter stains out with the Tide Pods code word pop. Tide Pod. We never peter out.
Oh, where's my goddamn doorbell? Trying to figure that out.
They rang the doorbell? Or they
No,
walked
it
in?
was a sensor, but anyway. So back to PS5.
Yeah,
So
there's
native 4K.
So PS5 is gonna have a bidet built in.
That was a big thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. The controller. You guys heard about the new controller?
that has a bidet.
Yes.
Oh, you know what I think too? That was the Xbox. I think has that better quality SSD or something.
Are you sure? I think.
I think the PlayStation has like a standard SSD and the Xbox has like a custom SSD or
Let me
something
see.
like that.
I had that. Yeah, I had the specs here somewhere.
Solid state drives aren't that great though. Aren't like a big component. I don't think.
No, I mean they help with
It
load
seems
times.
like-
They help with
it seems
load
like
times,
they're-
really.
It seems like they're kind of making it a big deal.
I think the biggest deal is ray tracing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially right now. Which I haven't heard anything about Xbox with ray
But
tracing.
wouldn't
No,
it
I think
still have ray
PlayStation
tracing?
does. PlayStation does.
Yeah, PlayStation. But wouldn't the Xbox still have the ray tracing if it's got?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, ray tracing is like it's like a style of shading
Yeah.
Yeah.
that it's like really detailed.
The Xbox was the Xbox. No, it wasn't ray tracing. What was it? There was another one. It was what the Xbox did. That like what helped it beat the PS1 in PS1 in graphics, or PS2, whatever. It was Xbox and PS2, right? Were the two competitors?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it was like, but there was like, I forget what it's called right now. Where are these goddamn?
Did you watch that AEW?
I know the PS5 controller is not gonna be DualShock. It's gonna be
Yeah, it's gonna. That's what I wanted to bring up.
the haptic.
It's gonna be full haptic, and supposedly it's gonna
The
be
PlayStation?
yeah.
So it's gonna be like vibration like the Switch.
Yeah, and but what they're saying is it's so advanced and so sensitive that like it's something like I think it was Wired. They got to actually play them, and they were driving on a dirt track or driving on a track in a racing game, and when they moved, when it's like when you go off track, you can feel the difference in the tire. Like you can feel the difference in when your tire when the tires are on the dirt and the tires are on the track. Like the controller like gave you that feedback.
Yeah.
Then they played the same game on the regular DualShock, the PS4 DualShock. That sensation was gone.
Mhm.
It was just a rumble.
It's just general rumble.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and they said that the haptic feedback on the new PlayStation controller
Mhm.
is like just super sensitive. Like it's insane how crazy it feels.
Yeah, the Xbox has
It's
ray
not a
tracing.
huge selling point for me, particularly because I don't really turn vibration off on
The
everything I play.
Do you really?
Yeah,
Xbox
it messes
has.
with
Who
the
are
accuracy.
you?
I'm an FPS player. It messes with your accuracy, so I have to turn it off.
You should take it from him because he's good.
Yeah, that's true.
The Xbox has ray tracing,
Does it?
but see, it says okay. So what This one says native 120 FPS, where the PlayStation doesn't specify that. It says 120 hertz refresh rate, but it doesn't really say.
That's the same
It
thing.
doesn't say. But what's better, 120 FPS or 120 hertz
Same.
refresh rate?
It's the same thing. It's just saying it two different ways.
Why?
I don't know.
It seems like I don't know.
It's just
Why?
it's just saying it two.
So
So
the
PlayStation
120
uses AMD, Xbox uses AMD as well.
Yeah, they're both using AMD. They're both using almost identical AMD graphics cards. The one thing that they're
I
doing.
think PS4 uses NVIDIA, doesn't it?
No, they're both.
See, but why would-
the PS4,
why-
yeah, the PS4 is NVIDIA.
Why would they word them differently like that?
I don't know.
It's fucking bullshit. Because it makes you seem like Hertz seems like
Well, see,
old
no,
school
and
shit.
then if you look at Xbox,
Hertz
Xbox
sounds
says-
like something from fucking the 70s.
No.
Hertz use that issue with televisions too. Like different brands will, it's the same shit. And
Yeah.
they'll-
Like refresh rate, like 120 hertz refresh rate. That sounds like an old school thing. Whereas FPS, like frames per second, sounds like more like crazy. Like that sounds more advanced to me. I don't know.
So
Like why do they word it like that?
Most TVs don't have 120 hertz.
No.
Yeah.
So I
yeah,
wonder how that's going to be for you guys.
I don't know.
Or it probably just goes to the whatever. the
It
TV
just
can
goes to
have.
highest whatever the TV can do. Like usually, like I remember.
Well, probably some of the TVs coming out soon, newer.
Yeah.
And most TVs
probably.
do like 90, but
I think the newer TVs.
Well, because I think right now too the 8K, like 8K is not everywhere, but both PS4 and the Xbox or PS5 and the Xbox
are 8K.
are gonna support 8K. They're
So
4K.
they're basically identical. These fucking.
They're pretty goddamn close.
They're basically identical.
At a certain point, it's
The
just
only thing that's different
products
is
that
the
they-
backwards compatibility.
Backwards
Yeah.
compatibility.
The,
And
Well,
the Xbox could say that they go all the way back to Xbox One.
yeah, it's backwards compatibility and library. It all goes back to library.
yeah. I don't think I think both of them are the same because they can't really differentiate anymore because crossplay is starting to become
Crossplay is huge.
a big thing.
Yeah,
It started PS4
But you
launched
still-
beta for their crossplay.
Yeah, but you still
System.
can't crossplay with
Yeah.
the games that are exclusive.
They're going
Yeah.
right,
So
so
it's-
that's what they got to work on.
yeah.
So the specs on the hardware doesn't really matter as much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
If they're both the same, then whatever, you're going to be going for the games now.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever
And
exclusives.
that's what it comes down to. And Xbox, to me, just does never. Xbox has never had the library that PlayStation has.
Yeah.
PlayStation has the best exclusives.
Yes.
rap at the rap.
Right? You know they remade that. They did an HD remake of that one.
Oh yeah.
Give me those. Your Doritos.
He wants
Oh.
them.
I was gonna eat them. I was like, I don't want to be crunching on the fucking show.
He longs for them.
They're sitting there.
Makes sure you crunch them extra
Yeah, it
good.
makes you crunch extra loud now. What was I gonna say? Oh, and then the other thing to go with the controller is gonna be the C-type USB instead of the.
What does that mean?
You
Wait,
know,
sorry,
like,
what?
you know the C-type USB. So the same as like
It's
on
like the
the
small one,
Android,
the new one.
It's the round one.
Okay, the one that goes upside down and.
Yeah, it can go anyway.
You said the controller part?
Yeah, the controller, the port,
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah.
then go C-type. They always say because like before if you look at the PS3 ones, the PS3 was the big, the
It's the
micro
old one.
Yeah.
Or was mini,
It's annoying.
the mini USB.
Micro.
I don't have any of those anymore.
Now they're mini. Yeah, I mean, neither do I. I have one
Yeah,
somewhere
yeah.
I gotta find.
That's what I have, a PS3, and those keep disappearing. I'm
And they're,
up to like two now.
and they're harder and harder to find now. And then like right now the PS4 uses the micro because it is mini, micro, and then now it's a C type or Type C or whatever.
Isn't it called a lightning cable for iPhones?
What's that?
Isn't it a lightning cable?
It's
for
a
iPhones?
reverse lightning cable. It's the female lightning cable.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it's the round hole.
Well, I'm saying that's what the charge cable is going to be for.
What?
No, yeah.
I have them.
Couldn't be a lightning cable.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
I mean, right off the bat, we got Death Stranding.
Oh, I can't wait.
You got Ghost of Tsushima, which is still on track.
Yeah.
And one of
Those are
the
all PS4 games.
one of the big wigs from Sony recently saw the latest shit of it, and his quote was, "He's overwhelmed."
Nice. I jizzed my pants.
Yeah.
The
And
one
then-
thing about PS5 too.
And then what other exclusive we got?
Last of Us.
Last of Us.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then No, so that's not even December.
This Stranding is next month.
I know. Can't wait. PS5. One of the big things about
Have
PS5.
you seen anything about that?
No.
No.
You know the Metal Gear
That's
Solid games?
Yeah.
The maker of Metal Gear Solid is making that, and it's starring.
Oh, that's the.
It's the one
project he
with
was getting?
Norm Reedus.
Starring Norman Reedus.
That,
Yeah,
I mean,
Del
I had
Toro.
heard about that, but I hadn't heard the title for that yet.
Death Stranding.
Okay.
And look, every trailer that comes out shows you more of the game, and every trailer I'm more and more confused about what this fucking
Supposedly
game
Oh, I
this
love
trailer,
that.
they had a new trailer a couple weeks ago.
is. Oh shit! Speaking
Apparently
of
that
trailers-
one answered a lot of questions. That one seems a lot more like it's a game. Like,
It's okay.
it's
Yeah. So you're not. As a matter of fact, you're a delivery guy. It seems like.
yeah, it looks like it's kind of weird.
Yeah, you just,
But-
like every time you see him, he's got more and more packages on his back, and he's just walking out in the middle of the wilderness and shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a weird. It looks like a weird game. It looks like
Yeah.
a ride. It looks like a wild
It's
ride.
trippy. Kojima's so trippy. Like this one's even more trippy.
Yeah. One of
Than
the.
Metal Gear. Metal Gear is such a trippy ass game, and now this shit's like, all right,
Yeah.
he has no boundaries.
Yeah, now because this is his studio, it's his like he has no
Oh,
land.
okay.
It's his
Yeah.
however he wants to make it. So,
Oh shit.
I can imagine he probably didn't want to make another one after Metal Gear Solid 4. I can imagine he was satisfied after Metal Gear Solid 4 with it.
I feel like he was.
And
Metal Gear
I feel like they probably made him do the
Metal
one
Gear
after-
5?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Like, well, I don't know. If you look at the story prior to
I
him,
think he was trying to do something with Metal Gear Solid 5, but they just wanted him to make it.
But
faster.
the
Yeah.
story, but it was a prequel, and then the storyline for 4 was like incredible compared to 5.
It was like
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that first mission in Metal Gear Solid 5 was amazing.
the first
And then-
half of Metal Gear 5.
Yeah, the
That's
first
fucking
half,
amazing.
and then they're like, "Oh, we're just gonna do the whole game over again."
Well, that was after he left.
I know, but it
Once
was
he left
weird.
it-
I got that's when I got to that point, and I was like, "You want me to replay all the levels?
All
I
the
just
levels I
played?"
just beat. Yeah.
And it's like, well, no. And I just literally stopped playing it after that. I was like, I just play. Why can't I just go on with the story? You literally want me to? Why?
Yeah, I heard a few
What?
people shared that sentiment. Well,
Yeah, it's
and
like
then
you
Metal
beat.
Gear Online was all terrible.
Yeah.
They should remake Metal Gear Solid 4 for PS5. That would be badass.
They just need to make Metal Gear 4's online.
They should do the whole game.
They should
whole
do
game.
the whole game would be amazing. That is the best Metal Gear game.
That's one of the top. That's the top 3 games I've ever played. Was Metal Gear Solid 4. Top 3 hands down, and then Last of Us is in that as well. The first Last of Us.
It's got a war. The new one.
Last of Us and then Leisure.
The last God of War.
Leisure Suit Larry.
I think the first. I think the
first
first
God of
God of
War?
War is in that.
You think so?
Yeah, the first God of War is so good.
Oh yeah.
The last one was really good, but the first one was like
I don't know. I like the last God of War more.
the
than
first one was
the
like the
others.
puzzles and shit, and like the story.
And it was just so brutal and so new.
Yeah, it was new, but like the temple that you were on the Titan's back, that there was a Titan crawling through the desert,
Uh-huh.
and he has the temple on his back,
Yeah.
and you have to go through that temple to get Pandora's box, and there's a bunch of crazy puzzles and shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then there was like that statue of Ares with the big sword. Like it just seemed more cool. Like all the architecture and like everything was more like original, more
Just
cool.
really incorporating all that.
But the new one really got that essence where it was like, okay, we're exploring the new,
Yeah, it's
because you didn't know
new.
much about the Greek religion, and that kind of educated you a lot about the Greek religion.
Greek mythology.
Where this
yeah.
new one did the same thing with the Norse.
Mythology.
Oh,
With,
nice.
yeah, with Norse
Yeah, I
mythology,
didn't
it like really like, oh wow, I didn't know that about the Norse mythology. And
Yeah.
it, like
Yeah,
educates
because like
you.
Norse mythology, you really all you know is like Loki, Thor.
Yeah, the big
Odin,
Yeah,
Like,
the
Odin, yeah, you're like, but it really like,
about the and like with the frost
and
giants.
it's
you know,
still
a little
probably
bit
very,
because
it's
of
still
Marvel
probably
and
very a
everything.
base touch on it, but it really like delves like, oh,
Yeah.
there's
A little bit more.
Yeah, they get into the
multiple
frost giants. they get
timelines.
into
Go,
all
like
that.
they're like, time is all the same thing. Everything's happening at once,
Mhm.
and like there's multiple dimensions on top of each other and stuff. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty-
it's pretty crazy. Yeah, he's like that shit. You wouldn't think that's.
That
and then it kind of
ancient
fits
a
in.
concept,
It kind of
right?
fits
Yeah.
in with like how we have now with the simulation theory or
Uh-huh.
the multiverse theory.
That's dope. So I gotta play that one. I think I played.
It's pretty cheap. I
One,
think-
two, and I never finished.
Oh, I think
the
if you
third
get that
one.
PlayStation now, you could play it I think it's only 10. How much is PlayStation now? 10,
Oh, they just lowered the price.
$10
$10 a month. PlayStation now you get
get all the
pretty
games.
much the entire library of PlayStation
Almost all the
games.
games, yeah. But yeah, they just put that God of War on there.
Yeah. To go to your simulation theory, have you heard the theory that
That simulates your theory.
no, that after remember Y2K and the whole it was either Y2K or the Mayan one. I can't remember which one they're saying now.
Uh-huh.
The world was supposed to end after a certain time. They're saying that apparently the world did end, and that we're all just part of a simulation now. We're on.
It feels like at some point that the simulation did slip in. It didn't feel like a simulation prior to a certain point.
That's one of the arguments.
And then when I honestly, like, before Trump was president, I was like, if Trump wins, there's no doubt. To me, in my mind, there's no doubt we live in a simulation because this shit is weird. Like the way we're living now is so weird.
What would be the most interesting? Like, if you're gonna program something to then generate some like kind of random events, what would be the craziest thing to program and set the course to? Be that.
Yeah.
Anything else would have just been status quo. You know, the same cycle. Blah blah blah.
At the same time, though, if you are trying to create a simulation and you want people to fully assimilate into the simulation,
You still
it
have
has to be normal. It has to be.
but you still keep it chaotic somewhat, but you have these weird things in there that are. There's a lot of things in there that are like as if somebody wrote it. There's a lot of things going on. There's so much shit going on right now that's like we've lived through this already. I've learned about this in history, and like there's movies about like there's people who have written things like this, and this is going on in real life. I can't believe it.
Because programming is recursive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying like that's why I think we're in a simulation because shit's getting weird. It's not like chaotic anymore. It's like
it's
like of course that would happen.
To get to your point from
like,
earlier, like it didn't feel like it before. It just feel like from a certain point, it's just like
since like smartphones came out.
I feel since technology kind of has dominated everything because like.
Or maybe we just didn't realize until smartphones came out, and like we're just more like equipped with
you have more access
to seeing what's going on out there, and we're realizing like we're in a matrix.
And well, basically, all these
parts
of the world are at the palm of your hands, and seeing everything going on.
Everybody has a camera. Everybody has a camera on them and shit.
Now think about this though: if we are in a simulation, the Matrix, so to speak. Why would the Matrix let us make the Matrix movies?
Because it's realistic. Because if it's so, because if in real life, if in the original life,
because that's not how the actual Matrix.
No,
works.
but if in the original life we made a simulation that's so realistic, in that simulation they would end up making that simulation again because it's realistic.
Yeah.
And then so on and so forth. So there's just infinite simulation. It depends how deep we are. And that's why there's a multiverse theory, because there's infinite simulations as well as infinite universes. You know?
Dude, we're honestly just characters in the Sims for the PlayStation 12, guys. That's what's going on.
Did you see that Rick and Morty episode where they're playing like an arcade game and it's like...
Oh, it's
what was it called? It was called something and
fucking... It was like Glenn or something.
Yeah, like Simple Glenn or something.
They're taking him off the grid. He doesn't have a social security number. Yeah. He's fucking nuts. Yeah.
And then Morty was just like a fucking accountant.
You went back to the carpet factory?
Yeah, he's like, after you had cancer, after you survived cancer, you went back to working at the carpet factory.
And then he died because he was up on a ladder and a fucking a roll of carpet fucking fell on top of him.
Oh shit.
Well, I mean, you can make games like that where it suppresses your sense of time, right? Like, they have those little nodes that you can put on your brain that suppresses your like sense of time, to where you could do like I think there was like a journalist or something where they did this like sniper or a marksman simulation where she did it on the match, and she like did like terrible.
Yeah.
And then they put the little fucking nodes on her brain, and she got like 90% of what she was supposed to do, and like to her like time was slowed down and shit. So they can, I imagine that they can make games or shit eventually.
Yeah.
Or it feels like you've been playing the game for 5 hours, but you've only been in there for like.
Oh, that good weed from back in the day. Remember that day?
Yeah, we would lose. Oh shit!
There's one day in particular where we got out of school early.
Oh,
early,
yeah.
like midday, noon.
Oh yeah, it was like
Went to a friend's house. That's at least half-hour walk.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Blockbuster Video, picked up a couple video games, a couple movies.
Mm-hmm.
Spawn, the video game,
Yep.
and Need for Speed, one of the Need for Speeds.
Yes.
Then we went
It
to
might have been the first Need for Speed.
for like the PS.
It was PS1.
Yeah.
It was PS1.
And then we rented The Sixth Man with Marlon Wayans.
Yeah, Marlon Wayans. Yeah.
And then what was the other movie? I Know What You Did Last Summer. One of those.
Mm-hmm.
We watched both movies, played both games for enough time of like, all right, let's go to the other game. Cool. All right, we're just. Well, no, we even stopped by for food. We stopped by the Del Taco.
Yep, on the way.
Blockbuster. Del Taco next to the friend's house.
Mm-hmm.
Friend's house. Ate, played video games, watched that movie, and we still bailed out of there by
like 1.
Literally no time happened.
It never happened.
No, but it was something. No, it was like literally.
It was like before 5.
Yeah. And like it
Before
felt
5
like
that we bailed out of
everything.
there because we had to get out of there before a certain time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we did like it was like where did what?
like, did we watch them and fast forward?
We don't even know. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
How did we play those games?
Yeah.
Because those games were badass.
Yep.
And what happened?
That was pre-simulation.
That was, yeah. All right, on that note, let's go and take a quick break.
Hey guys, really quick, just want to take a quick break to talk about Anchor. This is the app we're using to create this podcast right now. If you've ever thought about starting your own podcast, Anchor FM is awesome. When we were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had millions of questions. We had no idea how to do it. How to record an episode? It was a struggle. How do you find background music? We still don't have background music, but Anchor FM lets us do that. We just don't use it. How do I get my show posted? How do I get it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play Music, all the other places people listen? Where do I find advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcasts. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. My favorite thing is that everything is done in the app. You record, you edit, you post, everything's just right there. When I'm not around, G-Roll's able to do it. And how easy is it?
It's easy.
There you go. So anchor.fm/start. Get your own podcast. If you're not doing it, you're wrong.
And we're back. To go back to your time travel or the time.
Wait, are we traveling back in time?
Yeah.
The time modification. Do you remember the banana butthole story?
Yeah.
Was it Braveheart? We had rented Braveheart on VHS. Came in 2 VHS tapes.
Yes.
What does he say at the end when he dies?
Oh God, what? I don't remember. I didn't
like,
see the end.
when they're like castrating him.
Oh shit. Freedom.
Did he say something like freedom or something like
Yeah,
that?
I think he does. But so we put
That's
on the
such a dope
movie.
movie though.
We put on the movie, the first tape, and then me and Leo go. We're at his house. We go leave his room. We're gonna make peanut butter and banana sandwiches. Well, the previews, the trailers are going. He's cutting up bananas, and one of them, the end of the banana, it was like a perfect thin slice of that piece, and he starts dying laughing. I'm in the kitchen next to him, like, but we're both just faded completely. We're just smashed.
Obliterate.
And I look at him, I go, "What's so funny?" All he does, banana butthole, and points. And I look at the banana, and it looks like a butthole. So I start dying laughing, and we're sitting there laughing at this banana butthole. Finally, our buddy Bouncer comes out of the bedroom like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" Banana butthole. And so he laughs at it. He goes, "Okay." So like literally, we finish making the sandwiches, and then we go into the room, and the credits are playing on the movie.
You guys were laughing.
And a banana butthole.
3 hours.
Okay, but now check this out.
That's a long ass movie.
Yes, it is. That's why it was on 2 VHS tapes. And the reason I
Oh, so how the other VHS?
He was just watching the entire movie.
He watched the movie.
Switch
VHS tape.
Gotcha.
Then came to see what the fuck was taking so long. Well, we sat for 3 hours laughing at a banana butthole.
Alright, Adam. Sounds like a great ass day.
It was. That was like, and when we saw the credits, we were like,
Did you smoke anything or?
no, we were completely
Absolutely.
smashed.
Okay.
We were completely just high as hell.
There was off with some stress weed too.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
some bad
It's
weed.
not the shit out today.
It's not no like Kush and shit that we have nowadays.
No,
It's
it's
just
like,
some on that like stress weed.
yeah. It's like
Stems and
it's like
seeds.
shit. Weed has become so like
Yeah, it's not
streamlined.
even the people don't even smoke weed anymore. They smoke wax.
yeah, like they don't even
They
smoke the plant
like,
anymore.
Yeah, like you know, they don't even smoke weed anymore.
God damn kids, back in my
Fuck
day.
those people. I still smoke flowers.
Like
All
the,
the
like
flowers.
shit. Just I remember just
I smoked shards of amber from the Mesozoic era.
just remembering how
They press it out. Like they just get a press,
Oh man.
and you could just squeeze the weed in the press, and it squirts out. Like
Dude.
just-
like it was funny because we were, I think it was the last episode we were talking. No, or maybe it was off the air. We were talking about Up in Smoke. About how like you watch a movie, you don't get the jokes, and you go back, and like that whole movie when they're trying, like that whole movie, them just trying to find weed. Is that, yeah, it's Up in Smoke.
Yeah, a couple episodes ago we talked about that. Yeah.
Like now that I'm remembering that, like that's what life was like back then. Like, do you
Even
remember?
then,
Like we
right?
think, like literally, like he would come to my
Mission.
pad, or I'd come to, hey, we're gonna go on a mission and get some weed, and it was legit a mission.
On
Like
the road again.
yeah, like and you know we didn't have a car.
We just
We had, like-
trying to get stoned again.
no phone.
No, yeah, we had pager.
I show up.
I had a
with these
pager, but that
fucking
was it.
shoddy ass drug dealers who never fucking show up on
and
time.
then,
Yeah.
and then we had the codes to several county phone booth.
Yeah. No,
where
do
you
you,
could make the phone calls for free.
do you remember? No, do you remember the paperclip hack?
Oh fuck! You knew it, and I never got it. I
No?
could never fucking do that shit.
So you would get a paperclip, and you would straight down a paperclip on the paper, and then you would take it to a payphone, and you know where the key for the coin box is. You would put one end of the paperclip there, and the other end of the paperclip in the center hole of the where you would speak into the microphone. Oh, and then you would don't sit on the phone.
Oh no. Oh, okay.
You're just gonna hear.
I'm gonna fart.
I thought you were gonna fart on it.
But then you would dial your number, and then you would hold it there for a second, and for whatever, well, I don't know what it would like short the system to make it think you put change or whatever, but you can make calls like that. That was the hack. Like you would go, like we would do that shit all the fucking time to get.
It probably like releases a fucking like circuit that completes the circuit.
Yeah.
And put the change in there, but you guys are bypassing
But-
the circuit.
yeah. Well, because prior to that though,
I thought it was magic.
what people were doing prior to that was you could if you what you would do is you get a tape recorder and you would put in $5 in change on the phone, but you wouldn't dial anything. You would just hold the tape recorder to the earpiece. Because with those old machines, when you would put the coin in, it would play a tone.
Yeah.
And then you would put in $5 of change. Then you would hit the coin return and it would give you your $5 back. You would play back your tape to the microphone, and it would just hear that tone again, and it would think you put money in,
Yeah.
and then you would get your calls.
Yeah, there was a lot of crazy hacks.
And then there was also
Like the smart people figure it out.
the Bonson whistle from Captain Crunch. Like if you held down one of the holes and blew into the whistle, it made the tone, and it would trick the phones into thinking you put money in. There was all kinds of shit with those things, man.
So wait, if you
So
had
the
Captain Crunch.
it was a Captain Crunch. It was a Bosun whistle.
Oh, okay.
So
I thought
if you
you say,
sent
I thought you were
in
saying a little piece of Captain Crunch. You
10
blew
box
into it.
tops to the good old cat. Oh my god. Yeah, man. I mean, the adventures that we're at.
Dude, yeah, we fought, man. then like, yeah, riding a bike somewhere, and then dude, we would ride bikes fucking everywhere, dude. Like we would go far. We would like. I think we went. What was the farthest we went? We was shit. I think we went to El Monte.
We've gone far. We went far, and then we went high.
Oh, well, you walked to El Monte. You walked to El
No,
Monte?
we rode bikes to El Monte.
We're still as far.
That's still far as fuck.
Yeah, for a bike.
Did we not ride bikes to El Monte and then end
Let's
up
say,
riding
car, that's
one
not-
bike when walking and riding one bike back?
Yeah.
I think we got jumped or some shit one time at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah, you're right. Do you remember that time I was riding around Michael's bike?
Yeah.
We had that little, it was like a little purple and black bike. It was a kid's bike. You were like
It was
you
a
were
bike like this, like
Yeah.
no bigger than what?
You were like 6 or 7, and
Yeah,
it
like
was
2
your bike,
feet.
and I was riding your bike as a teenager because like I didn't have a bike.
With huge pants on.
Yeah, I was wearing my size 50 fucking pants.
Like the knees
fucking clown.
off to the
Ben-
side
Ben
and
Davis,
shit.
fucking pants.
Yeah, it was, and it wasn't just like let me ride this around the neighborhood. No, we rode. He rode that shit. I tried it. It disappeared in my big ass. He helped out. We bonded.
Yeah.
He rode it like a G after that.
We rode it to little like, where Vanessa lives.
Yeah.
We rode it all the way over there
Yeah.
to Little Robert's pad. And we went
And
somewhere else. We went somewhere else.
Hacienda
Yeah.
Boulevard too. Quite
Yeah.
a bit.
We did. We did some shit, and and most of that was all just to get weed. Like that's how hard it was to get weed back then.
And of which I was just reminiscing with my wife,
That's how
telling her
mushrooms
that
are nowadays.
from all those years.
You got a best submission for mushrooms?
So, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Mushrooms
Yeah,
started
it's-
like
it's
weed
been
are
a
in the
while.
90s.
It's been a while since that was readily available.
They legalized that shit in Colorado.
Mushrooms?
In Oakland too, or they decriminalized it.
Oh,
They didn't legalize
decriminalized,
it.
not legalized.
Decriminalized.
Yeah,
Yeah.
decriminalized, which is dope.
Well, from
But
all
yeah, the
those-
laws here are shitty. In Texas, there's a lot of mushrooms. You can get a lot of mushrooms, but here they even the spores are illegal, so you can't even grow them.
Yeah.
But in Texas, like the mushrooms are illegal, but not the spores. So you can get spores, trade spores freely amongst people, and they have good mushrooms in Texas. But
Yeah.
And that's not even back in. This is right after I got out of the army. So that's not even.
That's you too?
That's
Not even back.
Yeah.
That's still like
That's funny what is
later
that?
in.
That's like early
But
2000s.
from all those adventures to go
guys
out
are
and
already
score
older
that
than
weed,
Yeah.
all the weed that of which you put in a total of $2 through all those years.
That I borrowed from somebody, by the way.
Someone who had already pitched it.
Yep. Hey, they want $2. I'll pay you back. I never paid him back. I don't think I ever saw him again after that.
But yeah, that was the thing. That was the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like just.
I always happen to be in the right place at the right time when
Yeah.
I get weed.
That always worked out.
you've never once paid for drugs.
Yeah.
Not once.
I can honestly say I never. No, I take that back. 'Cause I paid for. I bought acid.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. There was plenty of other activities.
Yeah,
but
'cause that
as far
was-
as weed.
Cause that's all I've ever done is weed and acid. That's it. Oh,
And
I did
mushrooms.
shrooms. Yeah, I did shrooms too. I remember one time Bouncer just rolled up his pocket, like he pulled out this thing baggy thing. Yep. Fucking guy.
Oh yeah, I remember that. And then after that, went to go pick up from his friend again, and that was a weird mission. Right, we go to some dude's house. All right, cool. We're gonna get it right here. Spend what, over an hour sitting there waiting
Yeah.
to come back. Like, all right, we gotta go. We gotta follow him because we're gonna go over pick it up. Now we're on some fucking dirt roads and shit.
Yep.
Like this is
No
even-
street lights and shit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
This is
nobody-
the
we could
perfect
get- yeah.
way to go get shrooms or the perfect way to die, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
We
like,
find
somebody
out
could-
tonight.
That
Kill us
reminded
right
me-
here, and nobody would see a damn thing.
Yep. That reminded me. Do you remember the time there was this dude? He lived. Okay, remember where Stimson Park is, where you come out that back gate, and then you like the street that was
Yeah,
right
those
there.
little streets. Yeah.
There was one dude. He lived around the corner in one of those houses. We went to go buy weed from him, and I forget. I was buying some solo pants, and we were buying the weed from him. He goes, "Hey, I like your pants. Can I borrow them?" I was like, I don't know you, guy. Let me borrow
Give me
your
your
pants.
pants, fool.
And he's wanted to borrow
If I wanted to fuck you,
them. I think, no. Later on, I found out the dude was gay.
yeah, he wanted to fuck you.
And so, like.
Take your pants
he
off,
goes,
dog.
He goes, let me borrow your. No, it was a black dude. He was like, let me borrow your pants. And I'm like,
Yo, pants.
I don't have pants to leave out here with. He goes, no, you can borrow some sweats. And I was like, fuck, okay. No, because then he goes, no, if not, I'm not going to sell you the fucking weed.
Yeah, it came down to that. I'm like, come on,
Yeah.
stupid.
And so I was like, all right. So I
It was awkward as fuck until it came down to that. I'm like, well, that's an obvious decision. What are you waiting for
So
there,
then-
bucko?
So then I get the sweatpants from him. I was like, all right, what's your restroom right now? He goes, you can change it here. And I'm like, what the fuck? He goes, yeah, you can change it here. It's cool. And like, because luckily it wasn't me, and it wasn't just me and Leo. It was me, Leo, Bouncer, and I think fucking Chong was there.
I think so.
And he gave him back to you? What?
And no, I
don't think he ever.
I never saw that guy.
He
again after
didn't
that.
want those pants back.
No, we went back. Yeah, well, that's where the story goes. Go on, because that's when we went back to get your pants.
Oh yeah.
You went back for it?
Oh yeah, because we were like, well, fuck, I'm gonna get. Weren't those like fairly new?
They were bright. Yeah.
pants?
And like,
Not bad.
yeah.
Still, they were worn. They were
Yeah.
worn by somebody else.
And
now.
like, fuck. What? I don't remember.
I was like, let's go get more weed.
You don't know what he
Yeah,
did with
man.
him? What if he was
Yeah.
just like sniffing the shit out of him?
He might have been. But then yeah, so I
Jerked
changed
off
up
a
and
bunch
then
in
like,
him and then gave him back to you or something like.
yeah, no, I changed pants. I put the sweatpants on. I gave him the pants.
Those sweatpants were just in
They probably were. They probably were. And like we went back, we smoked. It was like a week later, right? We go back,
Yeah.
and then like I
He
don't
was like,
remember.
hey, give me those
10
pants.
days later.
I'll give you back your old
But
pants.
I don't remember what happened when we actually
Those
wasn't,
pants.
wasn't he like not there, or did we go back once and he wasn't there?
He wasn't there, so we went back like a week almost exactly, and then we went back like a few days later, like on the 10th day. I remember that kind of
Yeah,
specifically. Oh, we went back on the 10th.
On the 10th day.
So he's not answering again. We're like, man, let's go back on the side window where
his room
see him
was,
sometimes. And then go on.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember?
No.
You blocked that shit out. I believe you blocked that shit out. He goes, and was like, go look in. Why don't you fucking look in the window? I'm like, why do I want to look in the window? I'm like, they're your fucking pants. You look in the window. Looks in the window because Ben looks at me with this pale face, like, what happened?
I think I do remember.
It's like, we just gotta go, man.
Yeah.
We gotta- What
I
you
do
fucking?
remember.
What you guys? You fucking somebody with? Apparently, he was leaning back, trying to thrust himself into his mouth.
Yeah, I do
He was trying
remember.
to suck his own
He was
dick.
trying to suck
Yes,
his- I completely forgot about that.
Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Oh, okay, so
The
why
way
is
he
that?
worded that was hilarious. He was trying to thrust himself.
Into his mouth.
So later on, so I eventually got the pants back like a day after that, I think. And so then, like, after that...
Was he wearing the pants
No.
while he was trying to suck?
Yeah, through the fly... oh, fuck, I totally forgot about that.
Ah, that's
So then,
hilarious.
so yeah, I finally get the pants back like a day later. The next day after I get the pants back, we're back at Stimson Park, right? Hanging out, and this other dude that what was the other dude? It was like a clean cut kid that used to... Remember, it was Chong and there was that other kid.
Some other kid, yeah.
I can't remember. Or it might have been Wayne.
Yeah, I can't believe he actually got the pants back.
Yeah. So Wayne,
That's
Wayne
the
was
biggest shock of the
Yeah.
story. I'll be honest.
Wayne was this punk kid that lived down the street too.
Yeah.
And so he comes over, and I forget the black dude's name, and he goes,
Ain't those Damon's pants, dog?
yeah, no, he goes, hey, he goes, oh, we're gonna go buy weed from him again, and he goes, oh, you guys buy weed from him? And we're like, yeah, well, a couple times, yeah, he's kind of weird. And then like I told him the story about he made me change pants in his room. He goes,
Yeah, me too.
No, he goes, you know he's gay, right? And I was like, what? It's just like,
That was back in the day when it means something to be gay.
Well, that didn't click when you saw him trying to suck his own dick. Or
I
what?
mean,
yeah,
who
I
has
guess. All right,
okay, you know,
But-
especially as a teenager.
maybe, but
He was like,
I made
we've
some
all
tip once.
been there.
I lack commitment.
Once my legs up, I'm gonna,
But apparently his technique was gravity. So, like
legs up in the same
yeah,
side,
you know, like
and
on the
just
top
like-
of your shoulders, on the back top of your shoulders, and you're letting gravity push you.
Like he slumped down off the bed.
You know,
Okay,
like,
so
I ain't got time for
how
that.
else would you, unless you're super bendable, you're not gonna like roll forward into it.
Again, I like.
There used to be this website called like bugseek.com. And it would be like, oh, if you look up a name on here, you could see their mug shots. And you would put in the name, and it would just be a video of a guy sucking his own dick. But like, he would be doing like how you said, he's leaning forward on it.
You gotta have a big ass dick to
And
lean
he's like
forward.
grabbing
and
his
suck your
legs
dick.
and just like.
Cause like I figured that if you're gonna do it, the easiest way is to lay back
He was
and
like
roll
really
yourself
skinny.
backwards.
He was really
like
skinny.
full strip.
He was really skinny and he had a huge dick.
yeah, that's probably
One
So,
of those.
one
yeah.
He's like, I didn't even mean to. One time, you know how when you fall asleep
Fall
on your
asleep.
soup? Like,
It's hilarious.
No, what it was he was nodding off. It was,
So
you
that's
guys don't get the sleepy boners?
It was like a meat spin or a blue waffle or whatever.
a lemon party. Did you have you done the lemon party one?
Yeah.
Oh god, the first time I ever went to lemon party,
What is this?
it was terrible. I should say the only time I said the first time, like I've been there multiple times.
My
You
friend
know,
hit,
but the
my friend hit me with
17th time about it gets rude.
yeah, my friend hit me with meat spin for the first time, and I was like, I'm never opening a link from you ever again.
Ever again.
Like,
That's fucking hilarious. You guys want to hear the Robert Downey Jr. news I had?
Sure.
So
So I
apparently,
went on meat spin.
apparently there's like a bunch of buzz on the internet about getting Robert Downey Jr. a Oscar nod. He wants they nominated him for an Oscar.
And he
for
said,
it.
nah.
He was like, nah. He goes, I don't want to.
Yeah, because Disney's pushing. They already got there for your consideration. For
Yeah.
You know, the sound, anything from sound to, best picture.
Yep. And they want.
But I
they
guess
want
he
an
opted
Oscar.
out.
He was like, nope, let's not do it. His quote is, "Let's not. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a comic book movie. Let's not."
See, by this point, and that's great because that's basically what the Academy's been saying all this time. Like, let's not. It's just a comic book movie. It's not a big deal.
Well-
Then Wakanda comes out.
right.
Yeah.
They only did that
That's the
because
official title, right? Wakanda.
they only did that because there's a bunch of black people. I met one.
Yeah, I mean, there was that whole big cultural push on it, which, that's what made that such an important movie in and of itself.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that good. It wasn't like it was nominated for best movie, and it wasn't. It was not even my favorite superhero movie. Not even the top 5 of good superhero movies.
For
It
Black
was-
Panther, yeah.
It was good. It was
The
good.
top one being Blank Man. With
Oh, I haven't
David
seen that
Wayne.
forever.
Black man.
Yeah. So at this point, he's like, yeah, well, fuck it. I don't, and I think they're even saying it might be a good way of like separation after all these years from the character.
Yeah.
and to just like,
Yeah, because again,
it's done, it's there, it's beautifully wrapped up.
well, see, but the other thing too is right now is like the big rumor right now with the Marvel movies is that Tony did back himself up as a.
That's right.
And supposedly they're what scene is it they're pointing to? They're pointing to a scene specifically. They're like,
Where's the phone?
they're pointing to a scene specifically in Endgame.
Well, I mean that whole little hologram thing with the daughter, that's a little something.
Yeah,
too,
yeah, that too. But yeah, so
It could just be a pre-recording, or it could be
Yeah, he's gonna be
another AI.
doing voiceovers, like a few scenes here and there.
yeah.
So, I mean, unless they go the Ironheart version of that, like that 15-year-old girl.
And that's the speculation and rumors that they're going to be doing is, but what it's going to be is just a kid. They're not saying a black female character. They're not saying
Black
a
female.
white male character. They're not saying who. They're saying a younger character is going to come along and find some Iron Man tech.
Light-skinned transgender Puerto Rican. Okay.
An amorphous blob is going to who identifies as both male and female depending on the hour. Is going to find some Iron Man tech, and he's going to be the AI running it and become their mentor.
I mean, what about Homeboy from Iron Man 3? That'd be... I'd go along with that.
They, you know, I mean, they made a big enough deal of putting...
He was there, yeah.
And they made, like...
That's who was there.
That's that kid.
Yeah, you see that random blonde kid, you're like, who the fuck's this kid? That's the kid. Yeah.
In Spider-Man, how there's like the...
She never left, man. She's been there the whole time.
In Spider-Man, there's
Thank
a
God I
kid
didn't
who...
fart. I'm just saying.
Spider-Man brings in like a tech that Tony gave him, the iron suit, and he brings it in, and this kid steals it from Spider-Man, and he starts running around as the Iron Spider. So they might like in the
the comic series. Oh, okay. I thought you meant like at home. I'm like, did I miss that scene in Far From Home?
like so they might bring that in as well.
That
would
would
be
be
cool, too.
right there.
That is Iron Man tech.
Yeah, but Iron Man isn't the AI in that one though. That's Friday. No, it's not even Friday. It is Friday, right?
I think it could still be because that's kind of the default that he was
that's what
using at the time.
Unless he sticks with Edith now. Which I like Friday better than
Edith is pretty great.
Even
Dead, I'm the hero. That's fucking hilarious.
That's the fucking best. Let's see, what else have I got? PS5. One of the things with the PS5 is it will let you choose what parts of the game you're going to download. So when you're downloading the game to your hard drive, every game is going to have to be downloaded now. So even if you buy a physical copy of a disc.
So on PS5 now?
On PS5.
We're just jumping to PS5?
Yeah, sorry. Did you have something for Marvel?
I was just saying. I was thinking. Disney is probably really important to Disney to get those nominations.
Oh yeah, no, it's huge.
It is, yeah.
To be accepted by the awards.
Mainstream media.
It means they could probably get even better actors because there's a lot of actors who'll write off a Marvel movie just because there's no chance of being recognized. You know.
But look at some of the amazing actors that they had. Anthony Hopkins, fucking
exactly.
And some actors winning Oscars.
There are some great performances that aren't being showcased and aren't being given the proper recognition to. So kind of why waste such a good performance in a way if that's the course of their career that they're looking for. You know?
Then you also have people like Meryl Streep where it's like these movies aren't fucking.
Fuck that! I want Meryl Streep.
Yeah, like they're not like they discredit them as art.
Yeah,
completely.
Yeah. So, it's all. But see, then again, you wouldn't want someone like Meryl Streep in a Marvel movie because, like,
no, I'm not saying somebody like that, but I'm saying like
you want somebody, to go back to what you were saying, that Oscar nod does okay. I wanted to do an Oscar movie, but I can't because of my career path. But if these are considered for Oscar nominations, this could be the break that I need to become that legendary actor that I need.
Fuck that! I want Meryl Streep to play Madam Web. Let's just do it.
Yeah. There was something else I was going to bring about Marvel movies. About, what's it? Phase 5 now? Oh no, I have set pictures from Suicide Squad.
Oh.
Suicide?
And I don't know. It looks...
He's going to say it looks phenomenal.
No. It
looks amazing.
Here it is.
It's a 7 out of 10.
These are the... That's the cast and costume.
Oh no, he did. So the rumors are true.
What?
Pete Davidson?
Oh, yeah, he's in it.
Yeah. Who's Pete Davidson in there?
He's the blonde one.
He's the one that's fucking Ariana.
The one that used to fuck Ariana.
No. I'm saying, who is he playing?
I don't know. They haven't really said who's playing who other than
I know
Captain
who Pete Davidson
I know, I'm just kidding.
Other than Captain Boomerang and...
I don't know who Pete David is because he's fucking
As long as he dies. Because what do they say? That don't get too attached to a lot of these characters.
Set pictures of Suicide. But look how corny the costumes are corny as shit.
Well, they always look corny when they're not.
When they're in that actual.
Because they always CG over them a little bit to give them a little shimmer.
Different lighting, yeah.
And who's the blonde dude? Because they were saying one of these pictures is John Cena, but that blonde dude does not look like.
The blonde dude is like this German guy. He was in like Pitch Perfect 2 or 3, whichever one. I think he used to be big on YouTube. I don't know.
Because I don't see John Cena in any of these pictures. And then they have Captain Boomerang. What's his name? His costume looks pretty much the same.
Captain Boomerang still there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And this is Nathan Fillion's costume right here too.
I think died.
No, Captain Boomerang didn't die. It was
Diablo and
the dude.
Ropes. I forget his name.
Looks like Tom Hardy.
So Diablo's back.
Is that Tom Hardy? No, I think that's Nathan Fillion.
Diablo is not back.
There was rumors for a bit that he was.
Diablo died.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
Diablo
that was
died.
Nathan's film.
Yeah, right? I don't know who the costume's supposed to be though.
No.
Stop fucking with my boob.
Boob boob.
So I don't know, like the suits do look corny as hell right now. I trust
Who's directing it?
James Gunn.
I trust James
Director
Gunn as director.
of Guardians of the Galaxy.
I trust him more than fucking. Shit, what's his name? His name escapes me right now.
Oh,
Who
Snyder.
finished off Justice League?
Zack Snyder.
That was the original. Who hopped in after Zack Snyder had to depart?
I thought he did Justice League.
I mean, he did it, and then he had to depart for some tragic family events before it was complete. And when they brought in the new director to finish it, there was a lot of reshoots. A lot of reshoots. But they brought in the Marvel guy to do it. Who was it? It wasn't James Gunn. It was
the dude from Buffy.
yeah. Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon.
Yeah, the dude who did well, he kind of
That name sounds very familiar.
helped
He
start.
did why am I going blank on the name of the fucking show? Firefly. He did Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He did not the first Avengers. He did one of the Marvel movies.
did like
He's just a director.
He's the director.
yeah. He did second and third or first and second? I don't remember. He did. He's been doing Marvel for a good while.
Yeah.
And then he hopped on over to
Yeah,
help out.
until the brothers really.
Until the
Yeah.
Russo brothers.
So yeah, he did the first Avengers movie. It was
Yeah.
Joss Whedon. So Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Avengers. And he did Age of Ultron. So both of those are his.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, because
so-
in Winter Soldier, what's his name? The Russo brothers really started picking up,
Yeah.
and they just gave the Russo brothers everything.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, well,
was
Winter
the
Soldier.
fucking
Yeah.
best
Fucking
decision
amazing.
they fucking made. I think on that note, let's go and wrap this up.
Wrap it up, B.
Rap.
Peter and a half.
Yes, we are. Yeah, I mean, I got some other shit with Blizzard. Marvel planning an X-Men versus Deadpool versus the Avengers movie.
Ooh.
Fucking WWE. Kevin Smith was supposed to, him and Jay Muse were supposed to be on WWE's Friday Night SmackDown.
Yeah, what's up with that?
And
They were at AEW?
they were on AEW last week, so WWE said, no, you guys can't do both. Because they were obviously trying to promote Jay and
Yeah.
Bob. But they went to AEW because Chris Jericho's in fucking the movie.
Yeah.
So they went over there to fucking support Chris Jericho and then plug the movie. And then, so when they're getting ready to do their next scheduled appearance, they were like, no. Like, what do you think? Like, like you signed a contract with Coke and got caught drinking Pepsi. Fuck out of here. All right, but on that note, let's go and wrap this up.
Wrap it up, B.
Mr. G Weezy, you have anything?
Make sure to buy Tide.
You got anything?
You should eat tight. No, wait, don't. No, it's dumb.
No, definitely don't eat Tide.
Smoke tight.
Chubb, you have anything? All right. And on that note, game over. No more questions.
It's not a tumor.